Hey, what's going on, you guys? I wanted to give you a quick update on where I am in class right now. Of course, this is IT-226, Communication in STEM Professions, and we are now all the way down on week 5. So just a couple of more weeks left, and this class is done. Let's go ahead, first of all, and get started inside of the grades, taking a look at where I'm standing. So, if you don't know who I am Giovanni, and I am a sophomore at SNHU, yeah, on their online program. So, I'm a full time, I work full time, 40 hours a week, and I also go to school. So, this is specifically for those that are working adults, or even if you're not and you're considering going into this program. My particular major is information systems management. My focus is in cybersecurity, and in this particular class, I am holding and there's been a lot of conversation throughout this class. So I wanted to kind of go over a couple of things since I started the class and to give you some insight and some things to really watch out for. So this will be basically my review from week 2 until 5. So 2, couple of things to focus on. This audience persona, when you get ready to create this, it's basically taking a document. You're going to put 2 pictures basically when you're kind of building out a persona, this company called Data Nanny. Okay. And so when you're doing that, if that's your choice, you'll have to put in 2 pictures, and then you're going to build out, in essence, a persona for that person. And that paper is not really all that difficult to do. I think that maybe this paper should take you maybe an hour. It may take you longer if you have never worked in like the IT industry or working with people who do STEM. The I think the more pressing thing that was really more interesting was week 2, this discussion post. The purpose of the channel, there was a lot of conversation, and at least in my class, there was over different channels and like how you would go about relaying information. For example, I work in IT. And since I work in IT, I work every day communicating with different people in different departments, whether it's engineering, HR, facilities, things like that, people outside of the company, vendors. How you communicate matters. And this was a really hot topic. So maybe in your class may not be, but in my class, this was really quite the thing. Okay. The persona research portion, this part was kind of a continuation from your last one. So you're going to post what you posted in 2, you're going to post that in 3, and then you're going to do research like what specific questions were not answered in kind of your number 2 when you did your persona creation. The research presentation, that actually took me quite a bit of time. So in week 3, when you're working on week 3, my advice to you is to start working on this research presentation, because when you go through, I am a technical person in respects to my everyday work. So this was something that I really struggled with, was trying to trim it down, because what you're doing is you're writing to a non-technical group of people. So in that, this gives you some insight into what I think, and you can look at her comments that she made, specifically like how I wrote mine, and I targeted towards cybersecurity. So just, I would focus a lot of attention in on that. My particular instructor, we don't get our responses back until close to like the end of the week. So like right now, we're going into 5. This is the 5th week. And we've got the knowledge check portion, but that's about it. So we're still waiting on like this blog post revision. I'm still waiting on the comments for that. And week 5, you just have like a knowledge checking. You've got 3 things that you can see here that you've got to do. And if you notice, one of them is 100 points. So as you're going through, I do look at a lot of these and kind of give some criteria. So I'll give you an insight into 5. So if you're here, you get to kind of see what it's like to be in the class. If this is the first time that you're here, this is what SNHU's classes are like. And most of them are exactly like this. So if you will go through and you will see your module portions here. And as you go through, you'll find. So for 5, one of the things I thought was most useful which for a long time I didn't really pay attention to. This right here gives you everything that you need to do in your module. So as I'm going through with 5, I have already completed my knowledge check. Obviously, I got an A in that, and I finished my discussion post. So the discussion post itself is finished. But other than that, I am now doing this non-technical portion, and that is where we are. So I just wanted to give you a quick check-in. Things are still going well. If there's any questions that you have, I am back on Instagram. Some people were reaching out to me on Instagram. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can find me. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is look for my name, and you can find Giovanni Hale in LinkedIn, and you can reach out to me there. I am there each day. So if you guys have any questions, I'll talk to you then. Thank you so much for watching. If any of this was helpful for you, please, by all means, hit the like button. That does let the algorithm know that this is helping students. If it's something that you really want me to do a video on, by all means, you can reach out to me and let me know, and I'll chat with you guys later.